I love it. I bought some face wipes for my face and all that. I was feeling good, you know. Yeah, I love calling my sister. Good weather for a sweater and all that.
Thanks for coming.
Yep.
I won't lose to you.
What?
Honestly, I like AI, but I don't like it in art. Any form of art. I tell you. I think it's funny. It's like people be posting their stuff. Funny with him. Yeah. Oh, I went the absolute wrong way.
You're right.
Oh, I'm so dead. Oh, some friends don't get. Dude, those healers have each other's backs. Don't leave the point, don't leave the point. When I needed to shoot at those, like, people in the back.
You win this.
God.
I won't let you run. You can count on
Damn it, dude. No, this honor has
not yet.
What a wonderful situation.
Got the honor.
In a world where you've constantly been told what you can't do, who will you choose to be?
No freaking. Oh, DC9! Oh my gosh, DC9. Oh, friend, make sure you guys have fun. She really deserves it. No, not really. Oh, jeez. Wow, they're unique series. Please, they're all solo! They're all solo! Please! We're on the point. Damn! Okay, no one can get this capacity. You were getting healed, dude. Like, I hope you were getting your own personal freaking trainer on this.
Change is hard.
God damn! Alright, can you touch? Okay. See, the capacity is 31 and 9. 31 and 6.
Realized the need for this was coming off the heels of the third traditional war, and just as Itachi destroyed the Uchiha, thinking he would save the village from destruction in the war, Minato did the same. As sad as it is, Naruto was likely one of the things that stopped the portion of the war from occurring at that time, and now that is what if we never received the Nine Tails, we see what the world would be like without it. Naruto's childhood may be a bit better, but the world is suffering for it, and the Akatsuki now have a leg up in their plan. The question is, can the world return to peace? Can it still be salvaged?
Need to restock your pantry? Shop the
Are you kidding me? They're all one over there.
Prices and quality. So whether you choose pickup or delivery,
Huh?
Your
Now what?
satisfaction is 100% guaranteed.
Well,
Yes,
up
she
to
is.
our moon and allow me to continue crafting for you a world of dreams where just such an event.
Check your phone, make sure
Welcome to the Amagi.
they're like
Before
that
we
she's
begin,
not
only
texting or something.
25% of our viewers are subscribed, so if you're a fan of the video, please like and double check if you are subscribed, and with that out of the way, let's get into the video. The sound of a hissing pump could be heard as a heart monitor sound moving in the room. It grows and depressed, pushing air through a tube going down Norris's throat. An aged hand reached down to pick the cord and pull it over. TBI, brain swelling, fractures of the C6, C7, and TH1 vertebra of the upper spinal cord, as well as the TH12, I1, I2, and I3 vertebra of the lower. He continued to read a list of fractures, splinters, and shattering within the bone, and trauma and internal
Friend, they
bleeding.
switched. Let me know what they switched to.
Cerebral edema.
Widow?
We can do this.
Bro! Nah, look at my own thing. Everyone's telling me how my story's supposed to go.
What kind of person's Naruto become? Gosh, you thought about it. It's a lot like his father.
Nah.
Naruto doesn't want to lose, but also his father
I have you.
That reminds me of
reality was that? Back me up.
Bye. Edge. On, no. Ready to work.
But basically, the Uchiha have very fragile
Oh, we have candy. Alright, ready.
to lead to only suffering. The two continued to walk until they reached the place where they were going, Azuka quarters. Upon entering the town, you couldn't even tell that there was a war going on. No armed shinobi walking around or anything. This place has been run by the mafia for years, Jiraiya said. They don't need shinobi, they have muscle. Kakashi nodded. He continued to walk on. As they did, Jiraiya looked at a list of places they had received where Tsunade was likely to be. Jiraiya looked up and saw one of the places on the slip of paper. A bar. If I know Tsunade, and I do, she'll be in here. Jiraiya led Kakashi in. Walking into the bar, they began to search for Tsunade. They would ask a bartender about it, and he would point her out. She's in the corner. She drank herself silly last night and fell asleep at the table. Jiraiya thanked the man and walked over to her with Kakashi. He sat down at the booth as Kakashi pulled up a chair. The jostling of the table stirred Tsunade, who spoke in a stupor. Cease. Take it. Jiraiya sat there for a moment. Tsunade, we need you to come back to the village. She said with a slur. Nobody needs you anymore. Her head fell back down at the table. Jiraiya looked at the bartender, who was slowly shaking his head. Jiraiya stood and looked at Tsunade at her feet. He would then drop a tip on the table to the waiter. Jiraiya and Kakashi would then take her back to her apartment, where they would lay her on the couch and give her an aspirin. She took the pills and lay there for 30 to 45 minutes, with a bit of a nap in.
I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
Wait. She sat up. Jiraiya, what's the big deal? The big deal is that I have two suffering patients who are dying, and only you can save them. Tsunade rubbed her eyes and tried to focus on Jiraiya. I'll tell you what I told Hiruzen. I'm done with the medical field. I'm not going back. This wasn't a question, Tsunade. She looked at him. Oh, is it not? Jiraiya shook his head. It's not. I didn't drag myself through hell and half a Suna just to be told no by you. Did you forget how many organs I ruptured the last time you tried to make me do something I didn't want to do? Care for a repeat performance? Calm down, Kakashi said as he stood from his seat.
No, no, no.
Kakashi pulled out a picture of Team 7 grouped together and handed it to him. See there? That's Naruto, Minato's son. And the scowling one, that's Sasuke, the last Uchiha. Both are gravely injured and aren't expected to regain consciousness. Tsunade looked at the picture and gave it back. I'm sorry about that, but as I said, I'm retired. Even if I did go back with you, there's nothing I can do. I can't look at blood anymore. Nonsense not. It makes me want to throw up and I get shaky, and that's not something a good medical man does. A good medical man needs to have a steady hand, no matter how brutal the injury that they're facing. I can't do that anymore, and therefore have lost my qualification to be a practitioner of the medical arts. Then what do you suppose we do? Jiraiya asked. Without you, these boys will die. Tsunade rested her head in her hand. Give me a moment. I'll call my student Shizune. She's a medical man of such high caliber that it's not even funny. I may have been a prodigy when I was still young, but Shizune comes really close to that. And if I may be so bold, I dare say that she's the best physician in the world besides me. That's by a long shot. I'll call her up and tell her that this is why I trained her. She'll go back with me. Jiraiya sighed. It wasn't what he came for, but if this is all he could get, it was better than nothing. Fine. Call her up. She'd better be as good as you say she is. these two boys die because you refused to help us, I'll never forgive you. Tsunade picked up the phone and dialed Shizune's number. Yeah, Shizune. My favorite kids. Once more, Kakashi and Jiraiya returned to Konoha, but this time they had Shizune in tow. They brought her straight to Konoha General, where she began to examine Naruto and Sasuke. Can you help them? Kakashi asked. Shizune nodded. I have a few tricks up my sleeve. I should be able to do it. Just give me time to get scrubbed up and I'll begin treatment. After this, time passes for a while until Shizune finally finishes what she's doing. She leaves the boys to rest, letting Kakashi and Jiraiya watch over them. As they do, Kakashi speaks. Jiraiya, I have a personal favor to ask. Jiraiya looked up from his chair. What is it? I want you to teach Naruto and Sasuke. Jiraiya almost looked amused by this. No, my days of training others are behind me. Please, Kakashi said. Earlier you told me that we needed to get a hold of Sasuke's hate or it would ruin us. I think if he trains with you and Naruto, that might remind him of what's most important. Please, as a favor to both me and Minato-sensei, will you train them? Jiraiya thinks about it. If they wake up, I'll consider it. And from there, it was a waiting game. Sasuke would be the first to wake up. Due to the form of injury he suffered, though, they had to give him extensive mental health evaluations. He managed to pass them. He explained that the Tsukiyomi wasn't as bad as it seemed. He just watched his parents' murder on loop. He stated that it wasn't something he hadn't already done every day since it happened. Naruto took a little while longer, though. He was out for quite a few more days before he did finally reawaken. As soon as he did, they did a mental evaluation on him to make sure that he hadn't received any brain damage. He seemed to be okay for the most part and had no massive ill effects from the injury. As soon as they figured out that he was okay, they gave him the green light to leave. But the wars raged on, and the Ninetales was in the hands of someone else. It was becoming increasingly obvious that Konoha would lose the war if it did not regain control of the Ninetales at some point. And so, Konoha's military strategies changed to prolonging the war as long as possible until they could regain control of the beast. And to that end, a group of shinobi were formed with the specific role to hunt down the Akatsuki. At this time, Jiraiya would remember his promise to teach Naruto and Sasuke and would take them aside and ask if they would like to learn from him. Of course, the answer was yes. For Naruto, he's now training under the man who trained his father, and for Sasuke, there's no greater honor than to be training under one of the legendary Sannin. And so, for a time, Naruto and Sasuke leave the village together to train with
Como, como el sol.
When they got there, he intended to teach them different techniques and abilities, one of which was the Rasengan. Naruto is excited to learn this new technique, especially when he's told that his father created it. This excitement only seems to slow him down, though, as his need to learn it and the excitement in seeing that he's one step closer to being as strong as his father pushes him to try and learn it way too fast, which ultimately
Behind your
ends
friend.
him failing more times than he should. Eventually, Jiraiya tells him that he needs to calm down and simply learn instead of insisting on being teach. And because of this, Naruto begins to pick it up. Sasuke, however, has an issue in getting Jiraiya takes note of this. Thinks about it. Sasuke. Sasuke looks up at him. I don't know if he can learn the Rasengan, at least not yet. But you think Naruto can? Sasuke said, pointing to Naruto, who seemed to be struggling as well. Jiraiya looked over. There are signs of people who can or people who can't do a technique from the start. Naruto has the signs that makes me believe that he'll soon manage it. I don't know if you can, though. That's absurd, Sasuke shouts. I can learn it. Jiraiya rubs his temples. I'm not saying you'll never do it, but right now, you can't. What I mean by this is that your chakra is wild and out of control. You can't conglomerate it into a simple connect sphere because it's so unholy. Maybe one day you'll learn it, but not now. You're not able to. That doesn't mean that there's not a technique for you to do, though. Sasuke stood there, obviously upset, but he listened anyway. There's a technique that makes use of your strongest traits. It was actually invented by your master, Kakashi. It's a variation of the Rasengan. You see, when Minato created the Rasengan, he felt it was incomplete as a jutsu, but never could finish it. And so your master, Kakashi, attempted to. He too failed, but in doing so, he created a technique based on the Rasengan that I believe you will learn. It's called Chidori. Sasuke listened closely. Naruto ran over to take a listen too. The user pours lightning-style chakra into their chakra-shaped manipulation, and this creates a blade made out of pure electricity. It has high speed and high piercing power. In some cases, many will consider it a superior jutsu to the Rasengan, which is simply shape manipulation of chakra. The issue is,
Oh, they switched the freaking
which is tough to master, but at least won't require quite as much chakra control as this. Can I learn this technique too? Naruto asks. Jiraiya looks to Naruto. You haven't even finished the Rasengan. You think you're ready to move on to this? Well, I needed 6 similar techniques, and I just learned them both at the same time. Step off, Naruto. You already have your thing, Sasuke said. Jiraiya shook his head. Naruto, even if you did, you couldn't use this technique well. The speed that comes with this jutsu is only manageable by someone with a Sharingan, meaning this technique is better suited for Sasuke anyway. Only he can truly master it. This brought a smile to Sasuke's face. Jiraiya would then begin instructing both Sasuke and Naruto differently. From here, after a good bit of training, the two managed to complete their own techniques. Sasuke is able to use the Chidori, which boosts his speed incredibly. Naruto also masters the Rasengan, which fills him with pride, though he has yet to give up on his dream of completing his father's signature jutsu. After this, Jiraiya gathers the two together. Now that we've managed this, I think it's time I taught you both something new. The two sit down in front of Jiraiya as the man begins to speak again. There's something called Sage
What'll it
Mode.
be?
It's a powerful ability that relies upon introducing senjutsu to the system. It can be used to increase the senses and further increase the strength of the user. The two boys seem to grow excited about this, but Sasuke is in for disappointment once more. Sadly, I'll only be teaching this technique in its entirety to Naruto. What? Sasuke seems frustrated. Jiraiya kneels down to speak. I can teach you how to absorb and use Sage Energy, Sasuke, but I can't teach you Sage Mode yet. And why not? Sasuke asks. Because Sage Mode, like the Rasengan, requires expert chakra control. That's beyond what the Rasengan requires. For me, being able to do the Rasengan at all is basically a prerequisite. And since you can't do it, I can't teach you to use the power-boosting Sage Mode like I plan to teach Naruto. Sasuke seems all the more disappointed. Jiraiya puts his hand on his shoulder. Sasuke, I can't teach you all the same things I teach Naruto. This doesn't mean you're weak or can never do it. It simply means that you have different strengths. And your strength you need to focus on right now is evolving that dojutsu of yours. Sasuke looked up. Achieve a Mangekyo Sharingan. Jiraiya nods.
Remember, teamwork, everyone!
Please!
Listen to me. An enemy squad is attacking the village right now. Yamato's defending it with gates he's created using wood style. But there are just too many enemies. You need to guard the gates with your life so that they don't get inside the village.
Oh, I got this.
Victory is at hand. Enemy reinforcements. It just keeps coming.
You're not getting away! Whoop, whoop.
Victory is at hand. Enemy reinforcements. They're retreating. We won.
Child included, Sasuke asked. Itachi began to cry harder, because doing so would have left behind too many people to be consumed by the ghost of hatred. The Uchiha are powerful, but our curse makes us unstable. Even one Uchiha was a risk. You were a risk, Sasuke. I was? Sasuke asked. Itachi nodded. I was allowed to spare you for doing the deed, but leaving behind any others would have caused them to grow resentful and attempt to destroy Konoha without care. Fugaku then spoke. Don't hate your brother for this, Sasuke. Don't hate Konoha. If you must hate anyone, hate me. I put us all in this situation with the threat of a coup. Sasuke stood there. Why didn't you tell me? Sasuke asked. Itachi rubbed his eyes. I wanted you to hate me. I wanted you to kill me. I wanted to turn you into the hero I always believed you could be. Sasuke shook his head. That's absurd. If things are as you say, you should be a hero to the village. Itachi shook his head. No, I had to leave. Even if I had been absolved or pardoned and cured, I still would not have been able to live. That is why I joined the Akatsuki, to feed Konoha information on them in hopes that I would somehow make up for what I'd done. Sasuke looked down and thought about these things. He then looked up and began to see a towering figure, a massive shadow looking down at him, red swirls in his eyes, the eyes of the Mangekyo Sharingan, the first Mangekyo Sharingan. In his heart, he felt that this man was the source of the curse of hatred. He was trying to hold on to Sasuke. If you forgive him, the figure said, who will you be? Who will I be? Everything we've done and suffered through up until now will have been for nothing. Who are we without a grudge? Sasuke looked back at Itachi. Time to find out. He hugged Itachi. I forgive you.
So that's coming from my voice. They all of them be unflappable.
In that moment, Sasuke awakened with a smile, tears flowing down his cheeks. His eyes opened, showing fear paired with a Mangekyo Sharingan. In that moment, Sasuke's dream changed. He no longer wished to murder Itachi. He wanted to save him instead. With his Mangekyo awakened, he returned to Jiraiya and Naruto. And for a time, they continued to train. Jiraiya taught Sasuke to take in Sage Energy and learn from Jutsu, but it was Naruto he taught Sage Mode to. They trained together for 2.5 years before returning to Konoha to find that Hiruzen had finally located the Akatsuki's base of operations. As it turned out, Itachi had provided them with the info they were looking for. The Ninetales was locked away in the mountain's graveyard, the only safe place the Akatsuki could hide it. And so they began to mobilize. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura met up once again alongside Kakashi. And together, the group, along with the clan heads and some of the greatest warriors in the village, planned to launch a secret attack on the base to take the Ninetales. And so, together, they set out for the mountain's graveyard. The group would make it to the location. Sasuke once more was there to help with the pincer attack. He would be the right digit of the claw, while Kakashi would be the left. Sakura would hang back with the medical team, and Naruto, last but not least, was heading up with the sealing team. The Hyuga were there as well. The best that Konoha had to offer was on the strike force. As they flew closer, they began to witness movement. We have confirmation on the Akatsuki, one of the Hyuga clans said, witnessing Hidan and Kakuzu with their Byakugan. Kakashi, the team leader, once again would speak over the radio. Remember the objective. Open up a path for Naruto to get to the Ninetales. Be ready for anything. And so they began to rush the enemy. Sasori and Deidara were the first to attack. Sasori's puppets were plenteous and strong enough to hold them up for a moment, but that was when Sasuke's group came in from behind to end Sasori and Deidara. After this, Team Asuma was left to face Hidan and Kakuzu, but they had backup from the Hyuga. Together they managed to push past them and into the mountain's graveyard itself. There they faced Itachi and Kisame. Sasuke put his hand on Naruto's shoulder. This is my fight. Go on ahead, Naruto. Naruto ran by. Itachi and Kisame didn't even try to stop them. Sasuke took a deep breath and sighed as he activated his Mangekyo Sharingan with a calm and happy smile. From the mere sight of them, Itachi knew that something was different about these Mangekyo. Those eyes. They're different from other Mangekyo Sharingan Sasuke. Sasuke nodded and smiled. These weren't awakened by hatred, but by love, in letting go of the past. Grudges. These were awakened not by revenge, but by forgiveness. I know your heart, big brother. Kisame nodded as he heard. He looked to Itachi. I know it too. I think I've always known it. Itachi looked at Kisame with a bit of a frown. I'm sorry, Kisame. Truly. Kisame nodded. I suppose I understand. But you know that this means we must fight, right? Itachi nodded. For what it's worth, it really was a pleasure working with you. The pleasure was mine, Itachi Uchiha. Itachi would cross over and stand with Sasuke. Kisame would draw Samehara and prepare to face them. Naruto ran further in, but was stopped once again by Tobi. I see you're alive and kicking. Which is more than I can say about you in a minute, Naruto said as he activated Sage Mode. Tobi laughed. I once fought your father. It's going to be interesting fighting you as well. The two rushed at each other, Naruto with his Rasengan. He attempted to strike against Tobi, but passed through just as Kakashi told him he would. But instead of attempting to turn back, Naruto simply rolled with him. Literally, Naruto rolled forward to avoid being struck. You don't seem surprised. I assume you knew about this ability. Naruto nodded. You can't be intangible all the time. I'll hit you eventually, even if it's just one, that's all it'll take. Then counter me again, son of the moon. They charged once more. Naruto threw a kunai at Tobi, which passed clean through. Right before they touched, however, Naruto smiled. Suddenly, he teleported to the kunai, having learned the flying Raijin. In this moment, he truly felt like his father was with him. He came down with his Rasengan, only for it to pass clean through and hit the ground. What? Tobi would turn and kick Naruto in the face, knocking him back. Tobi sighed. Whether you did that intentionally or not, I witnessed the exact same move from your father nearly 16 years ago. As Naruto rose to fight again, he felt a hand rest upon his shoulder for a moment as a person passed him by. He looked up. Kakashi-sensei, what are you doing here? I managed to break past the Akatsuki. Trust me, it was no easy feat, but I thought you might need my help. He looked at Tobi and then spoke. I realized after our last meeting that you and I were connected, but I couldn't place it until now. You possess Obito's other Sharingan, my own. The man smiled with his only visible eye. I possess more than just Obito's eye. Kakashi looked back at Naruto. You go on ahead. This one's mine. Naruto nodded and ran past. As he did, Tobi attempted to grab him, only for Tobi's hand to go straight through Naruto. Tobi looked back at Kakashi, who had his Mangekyo Sharingan activated. I know how to beat you, Kakashi said. Naruto ran down the corridors until he reached a large area where the Ninetales was chained up silently. Its eyes possessed the distinctive markings of the Rinnegan in them. Before him stood the six paths of pain. Naruto stood there silently, waiting for them to do something. You will go no further, the demon path told him. You should not have come. If you hadn't, then maybe you wouldn't have had to die, the orange-haired man said. Naruto shook his head. Me coming here is possibly the only thing that keeps my village alive. How noble, the demon path said. Noble but foolish. The Diva Path would attempt to use Almighty Push on Naruto, but Naruto sensed it coming with his Sage Mode and jumped to the side. He would then create some Shadow Clones, hoping that together they might be able to push back against these six paths of pain. But as he continued to fight, he became acutely aware that there was another with the same chakra, even stronger chakra, and it was very close by. Naruto began to hypothesize that these bodies were nothing more than remote-controlled weapons, and that the real body was nearby.
Listen, our crew boarded that transport to selflessly rescue.
If we destroyed that, then these should stop functioning. Naruto continued to face the six paths until the Diva Path pushed him away. You cannot beat us, the Diva Path said. Naruto smiled. That's fine. I don't need to beat you. I only need to beat your master. Naruto sussed out the location of the real body and used a Shadow Clone Rasengan to blow a hole in the wall, where he found Obito's true body. Naruto would raise his hand above his head, where he revealed it. In the time he spent training under Jiraiya, he had completed it. He completed his father's jutsu. He dubbed this new technique the Rasen Shuriken. He would throw it at the true pain, causing a massive explosion that ate up him and everyone nearby. With him gone, the other six paths all began to fall. With pain out of the picture, Naruto had a straight shot to the Ninetales. He approached the beast and looked upon it, shackled and chained. You've always been like this, haven't you? He said as he looked at it. The creature was no longer under genjutsu, but it wasn't fighting back. It simply seemed depressed. A life in chains has fallen in known. Naruto looked down and thought about it. He then looked at the beast. Ninetales. That night, all those years ago, you just wanted to escape, didn't you? You wanted to go home. Once again, it was silent. Naruto continued. If you'll permit me, I need to use you once more. It looked at it with sorrow in its eyes. Naruto spoke. You possess great power, Ninetales. Your strength is unrivaled. It's because of this thing that we need you. Without you, there's no way to maintain balance. He looked away from him again. Naruto sighed. You know, I don't want to see you like this. Perhaps it's selfish of me, but let me ask you this. Please, one last time. Help us out of this situation, this war. If you do, I'll give you the freedom you deserve. It did not resist. Naruto sealed it within himself. What he felt when it entered him was a pain unlike anything he'd ever felt before. The remnants of hatred so deep that it was almost self-destructive. All of that, born from sorrow, returned to sorrow. He offered it comfort. And with the Ninetales now in their possession, all they had to do was sweep up the remnants of the Akatsuki. After that, with the Ninetales now returned to them, Konoha began to push back. The war raged on, but now Naruto was thrown into the middle of it as the one who had to bring balance once more. In his war against the other villages, he would face their Jinchuriki and show them all why he was strongest. It pained Naruto to kill others like himself, but that was war, even if he didn't like it. And with the defeat of the other nations, Konoha finally had peace. With the treaty signed, Naruto returned home. He would bid his friends farewell in a letter he left for them, telling them what he had to do and the promise he made to get the war ended. And then Naruto would go on, far away to a mountain away from the hidden leaf village. There he would enter a subconscious and speak with the Ninetales. You made good on your part of the deal, so I will as well. I'm going to let you go now. You deserve your freedom. I ask only this. Please watch over the world in my stead. I know humans abused you and hurt you, but we're young and weak. Please, look past our faults and remember not what we are, but what we can be. Protect them, and when your fellow beasts regenerate, protect them as well. Naruto would then pull the tag and open the seal, setting Kurama free. Kurama would exit from his body and appear in the field before him. Naruto took a deep breath as this happened and expected to perish. Despite this, he did not. He was confused. Looking down at his hands, he realized he didn't feel weak. He looked up. Kurama. The beast looked down at him. I've not met a human like you since the age of the Sage of Six Paths. None ever seemed to show any care for me or my clan. People like you are rare, hard to find. The world needs more of you in it. So please, as the sage taught humans to love, you must as well. In return for my freedom and for your care, I will give you a shred of my chakra. It will keep you alive. Farewell, child of the fourth Hokage, and thank you. And with that, Kurama began to leave. Naruto would smile and take the words to heart. He would begin to gather other like-minded citizens, and they would go out and begin to help the other nations rebuild. They would begin to remind the people of love and the reasons that they were all the same. Naruto was attempting to erase borders, erase flags, erase everything that set them apart, and remind people of the unity of love and kindness. Through it, he hoped that peace would be restored to the earth, this time forever. He knew that such a thing likely would not happen, but he thought in his lifetime. But he continued to move forward, knowing that the day anew for came, hopefully a new person would arise, one that believed kindness was the key to peace. He had already seen how forgiveness could change lives. He saw how it changed Sasuke's life, how it changed Kurama's life, how it changed his own. After all, Kurama had been the one to fill his barracks. But he forgave Kurama, and in doing so, and setting him free, he gained a new friend. He hoped that together they could continue to live and preserve peace for as long as possible. And that's the end of this story. I know I kind of lied in the intro because Naruto did technically become a Jinchuriki, but he certainly didn't start out as one, and he did give it up fairly quickly. The truth is, being a Jinchuriki is in Naruto's bloodline. Just as destiny as a Uzumaki, Naruto becoming a Nine-Tailed Jinchuriki is just something that needs to happen. I digress. Anyway, I want to know what you thought of the story. Let me know down in the comments below, and be sure to submit.
What's for dinner? Shop Ralph's for appetizing ingredients and big savings, like $600 in digital coupons and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. Ralph's, fresh for everyone. 前たちの進展の通り、今里は非常に苦しい状況にある。すべてはあんまり不利ですけど。大丈夫。全然変わってないってばよ。約束するってばよ。お前が謝る必要なんだよ。え？あ、大丈夫。
What'll it be?
I won't lose to you.